Hello, and welcome back. Last time we left off, we suffered a great loss. Sarah Morgan died, unfortunately. Spoilers. But for this playthrough, Sarah Morgan is no longer with us. And effectively, we now have to take the armillary with us wherever we go, or I slap it down in an outpost, but frankly, I'm not really too concerned about that part. I think it'll be much easier if I just take it with me. Sure, Starborn attacks will be more frequent, but like, whatever. We'll be fine. So let's pick up where we left off. So yeah, that funeral last time was super duper depressing. I'm hoping that the next couple of missions aren't going to be anywhere nearly as tragic, but at the same time, I kind of want it to be impactful, but something tells me that it isn't going to be. And I don't know why I feel that way, I just do. I just do because so far they haven't really done a good job keeping continuity with those sorts of things. Like, I guarantee you the next time I go back in the lodge, Sona's gonna be like, just wait, I'll be on that ship with you guys pretty soon. Like Sarah didn't just die or anything. And this loading screen's taking forever. There we go. Yeah, right back where we left off. Unity. Yeah, that's the main thing we're after now. We have to go to Indum 2. With a bunch of coordinates that don't necessarily help us. Since there is no real selecting anything by coordinates. What the hell? Look at those floating trees back there. Yeah, wait a minute. There's a bunch of floating stuff out there. What's up with that? I didn't notice that before. That looks pretty terrible. And the reason I'm running back to the ship is because I want to see, specifically... Man, yeah, there's just floating trees everywhere. What the hell? I want to see if I can't pick up another teammate, because last time I tried, didn't let
Captain
me.
Howell, greetings.
Which is mildly concerning, because, if I can't take someone with me, we're gonna have a problem.
It's always good to see you, Deputy.
Where is... where's Andrasia?
Need my help?
There's Cora.
I'm working hard, Captain.
Look at all of these.
Bye.
God, imagine asking her, who's your favorite member of Constellation? Oh, Sarah, of course. She's dead. She doesn't count anymore. Where the hell is everyone? They all up in my quarters again? No, they're not. What the hell? Where is everybody? There's Barrett.
Oh, good. Story time. Love it. Of course. Glad we could take some time out of our wild adventures and just have a nice chat. Thanks for that, friend.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell anybody is. Maybe on the cockpit? Yeah, maybe.
Eager to help.
There's Andreja.
Hello, excellent to see.
Yeah, that's the thing that scares me. They just look at me and
Need
then nothing
something?
happens.
Happy to lend a hand.
Where's Sam? That's super concerning. Okay, hold on, I gotta look this up. Alright, I figured it out. So apparently this is a common bug. Oh my god. What did I eat? But it's a common bug that happens apparently whenever you have your active companion selected beforehand, if that makes any sense. And you do
Captain
the quest
Howell,
and they die.
Do you require my assistance?
Because remember, I said, oh, Sarah Morgan is now my active companion, but she's dead.
Captain Howell.
Yes, that's the bug.
Yes, Captain. I am right behind you.
Sarah Morgan is no longer your active companion. Yeah, he's the only one. I'm assuming because Vasco always has to be your companion. Like, he comes with the ship, pretty much.
Need something? How are you today?
I always enjoy these moments.
So I said I was going to bring
It's a rare
Andreja, but I
thing
think I'm going
know
to take
right
Sam
here
instead.
and now. Cora will be thrilled.
I have no objection.
Mostly because, what's the word I'm looking for? He was present for the whole Indum stuff, so we might as well bring him along. That's the wrong button. There we go. Indum 2. Where the hell is that? That's not very far at all. Of course not. Starborn? Bounty hunters? Yeah. You know, I kill people like you for breakfast. Now we can silence peacefully. Please give me a persuade. Fucking hell. Fuck me, dude. I fucking hate space combat. It's so terrible. Like, it would be a different story if I had a fleet of ships. Because it's always the odds are always against you. If it's a one-on-one encounter, yeah, you might win. If it's a one-on-2, you might lose. If it's a one-on-3, you might lose. If it's a one-on-fucking-6, you're gonna lose. It's, like, it's so, like, they didn't think about it. Like, there's no evasive measures that you can take. There's, like, yeah, there's boosting, but, like, pff, they still hit you anyway. Most every ship that you're gonna make is gonna be a center mass target, unless every ship that you make is a glitch vessel, in which case, you're very limited in what you can make anyway. Then the load times are fucking forever. Like, now I'm all the way back here, I probably still have Vasco as my fucking companion. Because the autosave in this game is atrocious. Of all the autosaves, like, period, that I have experienced in a Bethesda game, this game, by far, has some of the worst.
You're,
Like, they just don't work.
It's about time.
Returning to assignment, Captain.
Like, it... I don't know how to describe it other than it sucks. But let's head to Indum, I guess. So annoying. Strong O2, so this is a livable planet. Pilgrim's Rest.
Landing site is good to go.
Okay, this is like a weird tropical climate? Something like that.
Hello.
Oh, but we gotta wear suits, huh? Temperature's -18. What the fuck? Freezing liquid rain, that's probably why. Maybe that's why it's so barren here? Our objective's a hot minute away. What is this thing? Weird. Relatively peaceful wildlife, that's what I like to see. That looks vaguely threatening, the creature over there, but doesn't seem to be attacking. This place is old as fuck. Oh good, I got frostbite, wonderful. Look at these rocks. That's not natural, there's no way. Those looked inherently placed there. Maybe that is part of this location. Weird, I could scan that one like 3 times. Oh, well. Accidentally stumbled upon something. Pilgrim writing 4 and 3.
Back for a minute and nature takes it all back. Not a bad place for a pit stop.
I'm assuming this is 1. No, that's 2. So where's 1? I want to find 1. I love how it's the Aquila City house model, too. They're not even trying. There's 1. Credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit... What? Draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I'm privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of wisdom when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. For once I wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may some day understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. I ain't crazy. Yeah. access the locked room. Alright, so let's go check the other writings outside. So we've got 2. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistants. I need workers. I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine, or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try, gently as I might, to nudge their minds along the right path. Then, there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Are we about to learn that the Pilgrim is all 3 religious messiahs? That'd be fucking hilarious. Today, in my soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the Unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could. But if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to any of them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with Unity in my own way, but they followed. Of course they followed. Sam, please. There's nothing valuable in there. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The Unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Jesus Christ. This Pilgrim doesn't sound like a good person. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here, that road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart, and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work. If I simply lived and taught, perhaps brought others to light, and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here is the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There's something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. So I find that actually extremely interesting, because clearly what they're referring to there, this Pilgrim, is obviously a Starborn, right? Because he implies traveling through to a new world, implying not a new world as in planet, but a new world as in a new universe to enter. I guess I might be getting ahead of myself, but regardless, it's in a meta way implying that the game is actually more enjoyable if you stay and build something, right? Like all of the things that I've built, all of my outposts, all of the encounters and journeys and time I've spent with my companions, all of that will be lost if I were to New Game Plus. So it's a bit of a trade-off. One is more gratifying, and yes, I can continue the adventure, but the other one is more gratifying in the sense that I can stay and build something. Literally. And I'm not sure which one really outweighs the other, because the thing I'm going to miss most is definitely the outposts I've built have grown on me, but my ships, all of my ships, I've spent so much time and credits on them that I couldn't really imagine going and doing all of that again, you know? It'd be so annoying more than anything. Look at all this concept art. What does this say? Hold on. I can't quite read that. It's way too pixelized. These definitely look like initial Starborn concepts, if that makes any sense. And these look like Starborn suit designs. Like, most definitely. Yeah, look at all this Starborn crap. Look at this concept art being presented to us. Who are these people? Secret society? What the hell? Look at all these scrapped concepts for the game that they just put in as little notes. It's kind of funny. Sam, let me access the computer. Oh. If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. Where's the food? Obviously, what is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? In stopping, in embracing compassion. Came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Truth in caps. Hey! I'll take it. Wow, he left me a comic book. So dumb. Why would the Pilgrim have a comic book? That's so dumb. Pilgrim's final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with an intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world was no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Back to Hyla 2, it would seem. Been a hot minute since we've been there, but that is one of the more beautiful locations of the game. I have wanted to make a base there for quite some time. This place is pretty lame, all things considered. It's kind of a bit of a Dune Sea, but with a tropical vibe. So I think... Whoops, I did not mean to press that button. So I've got two theories. The Pilgrim is either an inherent representation, like he definitely created, if not one religion, all three of them, or had a hand in influencing all of them. Oh, I'm crippled now. Oh no. God, I love this ship so much. But it definitely has something to do with that, like, for sure. And I'm assuming that the Pilgrim is either Keeper Aquilus, and this is just a hunch, but he seems to know a lot more than he should.
Hi.
Based on the fact that he
Please
didn't even
disregard.
flinch when I mentioned the word Starborn. Like, it wasn't even a second thought to him. He just said, oh yeah, Starborn, yeah, without us never having mentioned it before. And... Frostbite... Severe. Okay, well... Do I have anything for that? Antibiotic paste. There we go. That should help. Hyla 2. Ancient ruins. Okay. And I'm assuming the hunter is either his other self, if that makes any sense, like him from another universe, maybe? But I might be getting ahead of myself, because I'm well aware of the New Game Plus aspect being you can travel to another universe. But the thought that other characters would travel to another universe is quite interesting to me.
Captain.
Because how many people have we met that we don't know of, right? Wow, that thing looks dangerous.
Those ruins, they look ancient. Oh, Vladimir would go nuts for this. Barrett too.
God damn, there's a lot of these things. They are territorial. Can I not scan this one? There we go. They don't seem to be attacking me, though. They seem to be peaceful just this once. What the hell? Nothing's happening. Am I supposed to walk into this? Nothing happens. And this is a big scorpion, too. I wonder what that's about. Is this a constellation? This is... oh my god. Emil Pagliarulo has this tattooed on his fucking arm. Don't ask me how I know that. I watched an interview with him recently and I saw the tattoo. I was like, oh, that's a constellation. I wonder if that has any relevance to the game. What the fuck am I missing here? Find the scorpion's sting. We found it. Nothing happens though when I activate it. Am I supposed to use a specific power? Hold on. Is there a power that corresponds with this? Whoa. Alien reanimation, huh? Solar flare. Wrong button.
Holy shit. I ain't never getting used to that.
Nothing happened. Oh. Oh, okay. It's a puzzle. Where are we? We are in Hyla 2. That seems to be the limit, right? Like it's not moving any further. Yeah, it's not moving any further. Alright. It's recentered. Go to the last star of the Scorpion's constellation. Sam, you have nothing to say about this?
Catch up with you later.
Like...
Some folk never leave their homes. I never tire of your company.
Yeah, he's got nothing to say about like just weird Halo glyphs and bizarre shit like that. He's got nothing to say about it, huh? Okay.
Take off, Captain.
Like, that's gotta be one of the most bizarre things we've seen. Especially since it's a straight-up scorpion. It's not even like some weird-looking beast. It's just a scorpion. Oberum, huh? Oberum Prime. Okay.
It can't be. You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go.
What do you mean?
Oh, please. Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed.
Time for round 2, then. Surrender or be destroyed.
I yield, Constellation. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
And who's this second Starborn that's guaranteeing my safety?
Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Ceasefire meeting, huh? Are you the Starborn at war?
Not a bad description, actually.
We'll explain when we meet. In person.
Fine. I'll begin the docking procedure.
Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
Oh, it's at the back end of the ship.
You've been making yourself pretty useful around the ship, Cora.
I have, Dad.
Wow.
I want to be
Very
as
bizarre.
good a co-pilot for the
Docking
captain
procedure
as I am
is
for you.
Complete. Well, you're doing a great job, Stringbean. I'm proud of you.
Am I on here alone? Whoa, what the hell? Weird.
Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Damn right it is.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We're all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
You're talking in circles. I came to learn about the Unity.
Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
You've really come a long way since the Welcome to Constellation speech, haven't you?
Wow, your face really doesn't look like it fits in there. Stay silent. Sarah. It can't be you. I saw you die.
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
So this Unity is where the artifacts are from. The temples.
They are all connected.
But both of you are trying to keep me from it.
I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy.
His mask is moving.
I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
You've seen the Unity multiple times. What does that mean?
It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going.
Keeper Aquilus. No. No, some other version of the same person.
You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Whatever war is going on between you two, I want no part in it.
You're already in it. With artifacts, come Starborn searching for them, fighting over them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
I can talk to them individually now,
I'll tell you everything I
can. Alright.
I'm sure you have more questions. Ask.
What exactly is the armillary?
When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn.
So, you try to protect the artifacts. Keep them from being abused.
You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way.
Can't you just kill him? What happens when you enter the Unity?
It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you. Offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion. Or is it testing us?
Who was I in your universe? What was I like?
Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version, but so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me.
Well, that's fucking depressing.
The emissary and their kind only want to control you.
Trying to pay close attention to his gloves. If they match the ones Aquilus has, they don't look like they do. Neither of them.
You might think the emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. Remember that.
You called the emissary a hypocrite. Why?
They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge.
What is the Unity to you? Why kill for it?
Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it.
Why did you attack us?
I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
You had this meeting because of me.
No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work.
After you attacked us at the lodge, you let me go. Why?
To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore.
Interesting. I love the idea that you can just take their ship. This is one crazy vessel, though. I love how there are no chairs. You just have to stand around. Got a big glass. Yeah, just a lot of glass. Wow. It's nice to have such a wide open view, but it's a very bland, very empty ship. I would not want to use this. Like, there's no workbenches, there's no nothing. Like, that sucks.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way.
Earth's moon? In the Sol system?
Yes. I will say no more.
You Starborn sure like your, you must see for yourself nonsense.
I do not always know if you are a person I should be helping. Forgive me. I have also found that advice is a poor substitute for experience. I ask you again. Go to Earth's moon. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Yeah, gee, thanks. Back to the moon, huh? Interesting.